the city where everything was cheap. Long ago, there lived a beggar in a village. He was not only skilled at begging, but also very wise. He had a disciple who was completely foolish. The disciple had learned the art of begging from his master. Neither of them had any relatives or close ones in the world, so they lived together. The beggar had grown old, while his disciple was still young. One day, a terrible flood struck the village. Before we move forward with the story, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel so we can continue to bring you more stories like this. Thank you for your support. The entire village was devastated by the flood. All the mud houses were washed away, including the one where the two beggars lived. They decided to leave the village. As they walked away, they looked back one last time, tears filling their eyes. They had spent countless days of their lives in that village. Leaving the village behind, they set off in a certain direction. As they walked, they chatted along the way. Just before sunset, they saw signs of a city in the distance. "Congratulations, Ustad, Master. We've finally reached a city," said the disciple. "Thank God," replied the old man. Both hurried to reach the city before nightfall, so they could find something to eat. They entered the city right as the sun was setting. "Ustad, I can't take another step. For God's sake, please find us some food," the disciple said as he collapsed in exhaustion. "Wait here, I'll go find something to eat," said the old beggar, and left. Soon he returned with some bread and lentils. They ate thankfully, drank water from a well, and slept under a tree. In the morning, they made a plan to beg in the city. They went out and begged all day. By evening, they returned to their spot under the tree. The old man said, "We have saved some money now. Go to the market and buy essentials. We'll build a small hut in the forest and cook our own food." "All right, Ustad, I'll go right away," the disciple said joyfully and went off with the money. At the market, he thought, "Let me buy some sweets too. It's been days since I ate something sweet." The market was crowded and lively. He approached a sweet shop and asked, "Brother, how much are the laddus?" "A taka, 2 paisa per seer," said the shopkeeper. "What, just a taka?" he asked in disbelief. "Yes, every item is a taka per seer." "Then give me a mixed seer," he said excitedly. The shopkeeper packed the sweets. The disciple paid and went to a vegetable stall. "How much is the cauliflower?" "A taka per seer." "And the potatoes?" "Everything is a taka per seer." The disciple was shocked and ran back to his master. Seeing him running with just one small packet, the master asked, What happened? Why are you running? Where are the things I asked for?" "Ustad, you won't believe it. Everything in this city costs just a taka per seer. Even sweets, vegetables, lentils, ghee, everything." The master remained silent, no joy on his face. "Aren't you happy?" the disciple asked. "No, I'm not," the master replied seriously. "But why not? We can live like kings here. We won't even need to cook." "You fool, this place isn't safe. Something's wrong here." "This is a dark alley," the old man said worriedly. "Say what you will, Ustad. I'm staying here. This is paradise." "Fine, but if trouble ever finds you, remember me in your heart. Perhaps God will send me to help you." The disciple stayed. He built a hut and lived happily, eating his fill and laughing at the memory of his master's foolish fears. Over time, he grew so fat from overeating and lack of work that he could barely move. One day, the king of the land was holding court when a man was brought before him, accused of pickpocketing. However, the king declared that the fault lay not with the thief, but with the victim for allowing his pocket to be picked. So he ordered that the victim be hanged instead. When the noose was placed around the man's neck, it didn't fit. His neck was too small. The king, in his wisdom, ordered, "Find someone whose neck fits this noose and hang them instead." So the guards roamed the city, trying the noose on people, but it didn't fit anyone. until they found the fat disciple at a sweet shop. The noose fit him perfectly. He was arrested and sentenced to be hanged. As he was being taken to the gallows, he remembered his ustad's warning and regretted everything. But it was too late. Meanwhile, the old beggar was wandering from town to town. One day he remembered his disciple and decided to visit. Upon arriving in the city, he found the disciple was not in the hut. On the way to the city square, he heard of a public hanging. To his horror, he saw his disciple chained, being led to the gallows. "Ustad!" the disciple shouted. The old man came running. The disciple told him everything. The old man whispered, "There's only one way to save you." "What is it, Ustad?" the disciple asked. "When they try to hang you, I will shout, 'Hang me instead.' And you must shout, 'No, hang me.'" The disciple didn't understand, but agreed. At the gallows, just as the executioner was about to pull the noose, the old man shouted, "Stop! Hang me instead!" "No, hang me!" shouted the disciple. The crowd was stunned. No one had ever seen two people fighting to be hanged. The king arrived, saw the commotion, and demanded an explanation. The old man replied, "Today is a blessed day. Whoever is hanged today will go straight to paradise. Let me be the one." The disciple echoed, "No, me." Hearing this, the king was intrigued. "If paradise is promised, then I should go myself," he declared. Ignoring everyone's pleas, he ordered the noose be made to fit his own neck, and he was hanged. The beggar and his disciple quietly slipped away from the scene, thanking God for their salvation. Moral: sometimes things that seem too good to be true come with a hidden price. Wisdom and foresight can save you from deadly traps.